bueno, pues como decía, vamos a empezar a jugar a Return to Monkey Island. Salió el año pasado, la última entrega de los juegos de Monkey Island, aventuras gráficas, así que va a ser un juego tranquilito, de estar aquí, de charlar y de ir investigando cosas entre todos. Pero lo primero que me ha dicho es que si no conocemos la historia del Monkey Island, no hace mucho que lo hemos jugado, que es que sí, que podemos ver el álbum de recuerdos. Entonces vamos a ver el álbum de recuerdos a ver qué nos cuenta.
Hey, wanna see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
Álbum de recortes de Guybrush Threepwood, con sus aventuras.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
Quería ser un pirata.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Este es Guybrush.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Vale.
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
3 pruebas para ser pirata, que en principio Guybrush las completó en los juegos anteriores.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate.
Búsqueda de tesoros.
The test of thievery involved breaking into
Prueba
the
del
governor's
robo.
mansion. The security was heavy. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor
Elaine.
at the time.
El amor de Guybrush.
Mastering sword fighting was more
Y
a
las
matter
peleas de
of
lucha,
wits
ese es el
than agility.
tercero.
Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials,
Estaban
acting
los
as judge,
piratas que
jury,
organizaban las
executioner,
pruebas.
and devoted grog tasters.
Míralos aquí.
Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials.
De las pruebas, si no recuerdo mal, secuestraron a
Elaine was
Elaine.
kidnapped and
Sí.
taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck.
Se llevó el pirata fantasma LeChuck a Elaine.
I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine.
Su tripulación de 3 personitas y se fueron para Monkey Island.
LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine.
LeChuck estaba enamorado de Elaine.
My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of
¿Verdad?
falsified.
Compró el barco de segunda mano con un crédito falsificado. Todo pirata tiene un crédito falsificado.
My first ship was the Sea
Esto es
Monkey.
lo mismo.
I bought it at Stan's Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map.
Monkey Island, una isla misteriosa que no aparecía en los mapas. Y allí llegamos nosotros.
On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath.
Había una estatua de un mono, por eso era el Monkey Island, y había unas catacumbas debajo.
You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the
Es
same.
verdad, había que hacer una poción que nosotros, pues, Guybrush, nosotros en el anterior juego, pues tuneaba un poquito.
You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island.
Estaban los
I made
caníbales.
some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists.
Caníbales, pero que eran una pantomima para los turistas. Creo que en el Monkey Island 3 los caníbales se hacían vegetarianos. Ah, el bastoncillo, que había que usarlo para abrir la cara del mono.
The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear.
Una llave especial que entraba en la oreja. Un bastoncillo gigante.
I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other.
Claro, estaba Herman, que era un náufrago en la isla, que se mandaba cartas con los caníbales. Estaban ahí en una relación interesante.
LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface.
Ahí está, y el barco del Chuck estaba bajo las catacumbas en un lago de lava.
We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure.
¿Va a estar las 3 aventuras aquí contadas?
I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I
Claro,
thought.
iba a impedir la boda, pero de repente Elaine no era Elaine, eran 2 monos.
It turned out Elaine already had
Elaine
everything
lo
under
tenía todo
control.
control.
How does she do that?
Ru, ¿qué día vas a emitir? En principio Monkey Island los jueves. El resto de días, pues como venga bien. Quiero intentar martes y jueves, la verdad. Pero se aceptan sugerencias. Jueves es porque es el día que Nevesu tiene más libre, y como este juego me lo ha regalado Nevesu y quiere verlo, pues así si se puede pasar, se pasa. Entonces por eso este juego van a ser los jueves. Y el resto de días pues jugaremos otra cosa, ya sea algo a lo mejor que no tenga historia o otro juego diferente. Total. ¿Qué más dará si malo bien?
By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay?
La cerveza de raíz, el punto débil de los piratas fantasmas.
It was the beginning of
Y al
something
final,
magic.
pues, ahí estaban los dos sentaditos viendo el mar y los fuegos artificiales en la isla Mele.
These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
Big Whoop, este es el Monkey Island 2, que empezaban ellos dos así, colgados de... Este solo me lo he pasado una vez, si no recuerdo mal, y era súper loco. Lo apunto que está de vacaciones, es verdad. Pues sí, pues mi idea es intentar emitir al menos 2 días, como hacía antes. Y el jueves sería uno de ellos, con el Monkey Island, de momento. Y el otro seguramente intentaré que sea el martes. Y la verdad es que aún no sé si vamos a jugar algo con historia o a otra cosa o cositas así tipo Building Simulator, PC Building Simulator o algo de eso. Yo qué sé, ya iremos viendo. Porque tengo más juegos ahí que quiero seguir jugando. Lo que no sé si hacerlo en directo, si no, en fin. O a lo mejor me pongo a jugar un juego que estoy jugando fuera de directo en el directo. Pero que la historia sea más o menos meh. Por ejemplo, el Pokémon.
I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle.
Es verdad. Que en el segundo era cuando conocí a este que hacía los
The
monóculos.
map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which,
El mapa
let's
te venía
face
en
it,
4
is about as
trozos.
piratey as it gets.
Vale, Pandora, sin problema. Ya te digo, al principio voy a intentar que esté subido. Si te lo quieres ver por seguir la historia, pues ahí estará. Si no, nos vemos la semana que viene. Siempre agradecido de que os paséis, aunque sea 3 minutillos. Y 2 y 1 también.
Elaine always seems to know when I need her.
Siempre sabe cómo acudir y me ayuda. Este es el final del juego y el principio, porque empieza así. Es como, vale, te voy a contar cómo he acabado aquí. Y es todo el juego hasta llegar aquí.
The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once.
Muñeco de vudú que aprendí a hacer.
Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I.
Pues los dos tenían el muñeco de vudú.
One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
Vale, y este es el 3. Vale, el 2 y el 3 lo van a resumir bastante más.
The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture.
Transformó a Elaine en una estatua de oro. Ay, qué bueno, me acuerdo de este momento. Lo veo más tarde aquí mismo. Ok. La calavera parlante fue buenísimo.
It was around this time that I met
Murray.
the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle.
Del principio del juego. Me comí una
I
serpiente.
got eaten by a snake. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine.
Estalló el volcán por Elaine.
I got buried alive.
Lo enterraron vivo.
Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker.
Y al final pues se casaron cuando la consiguió rescatar.
This was a great day. Though in retrospect we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering.
El Scumbar.
Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to
No
match.
sé si es el velo o mi pañuelo. Estaban hechos a juego.
I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding.
Peladillas en las
Apparently
bodas.
you do. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation.
Un haiku. Guybrush para la boda.
Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride.
Este, si no recuerdo mal, es el Monkey Island 4. Que este no lo juego yo, este lo juego Nevesu.
Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her.
La muerta y había elecciones para
The ultimate
sustituirla.
insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it?
El insulto definitivo, que había peleas de insultos.
LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time.
Se pelearon en mechas.
I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything.
Es
but I had
verdad,
fun doing it.
El monstruo, había un monstruito que se construía a base de piezas protésicas que al final no servía para nada.
LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed.
Esto ya creo que es de los juegos de después que fueron por episodios, que esto no los he jugado ni creo que no he visto tampoco. No lo he visto.
I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does.
La carta de la muerte no suele representar físicamente la muerte, menos cuando lo hace. Entonces sí.
I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course.
Se representa a sí mismo.
Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure.
Este es el muñeco vudú del segundo
I
juego.
defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
Nota personal: conseguir más papel para el resto de mis aventuras. Pues nada, pues ya no hemos visto el álbum de recuerdos, ya hemos acordado de la historia, así que vamos a empezar a jugar. Nueva partida. Uy, modo casual. Toda la historia de diversión, pero con puzzles casuales para jugadores atareados. Modo difícil, más puzzles y más difíciles, a tope. Para aventureros acérrimos que lo quieren todo. ¿No hay alguien que... ¿No está la opción de tenerlo todo casualmente? Vamos al modo difícil. ¿Qué más da? Preludio. Comienza una historia inesperada.
Take this, LeChuck! Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask. Will you promise to stop picking on me?
Pequebrush.
All right, I
Chucky.
promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Son
Let's move
esos
on those two.
los niños.
Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah!
O es Guybrush Threepwood de
Sorry we ran
pequeño.
off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Pues Chucky puede ser LeChuck y el otro es el pequeño Guybrush.
Let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys. Could you stop following us? It's creepy.
It's creepy.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy
Escorbuti-
dogs.
Escorbutifarras. Que sí.
No way.
Escorbuto y
But try
butifarras.
it. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
Vale, a ver, quiero mirar porque no sé si molesto. Hay algo aquí abajo, entonces puede ser que moleste en el...
I once got a
Mi
scurvy
cámara.
dog that was bigger than my head.
A ver, si le doy aquí... Vale, creo que aquí entonces molesto un poco. Pues mágicamente voy a volar hacia el otro lado de la pantalla. Y me pongo aquí debajo vuestra. Porque el chat, perfecto. Y el chat, si no, lo subo un poquito. ¡Hala! ¿Qué pasa? Ahí, perfecto. ¡Ay! Vale. Pues nada, aquí estamos. Espero que me expliquen cosas. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Lista de tareas. Comprar escorbutifarra. Me gusta que haya una lista de tareas. Lista de tareas del gran piratilla. Creo que estamos manejando el pequeño Guybrush. Vale.
Sounds real.
Parece de verdad. Hacer trastadas a por las
Some
escorbutifarras que
places
pone
you
aquí.
go have
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
Vale. La letrina.
It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key.
Buscar la llave de la letrina. Vale, esto está bien que me lo vayan poniendo ahí. Atar a Chucky, porque Chucky
What
tiene
should we
buenas
do
ideas.
next?
We gotta get
packets of scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Vamos a ir por una escorbutifarra.
It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else.
Vale.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
Vamos a hablar.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
Pedir.
You kids better have money.
Yeah. We've got all
Tenemos
kinds
toda
of money.
clase de dinero.
Can we get a couple of scurvy
Un par
dogs?
de
Sure.
escorbutifarra.
If you give me a piece of 8, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
Necesitamos dinero. Por favor.
Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Algo para un par de niños hambrientos. Pero míralos. Míralos. ¿Cómo no le vas a
Listen
dar
up, you
una?
little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids.
Vaya,
I'm
hombre.
an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
Pues nada.
Never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's
Ah,
pockets when
vale.
they
Es
sit
decir, ¿por
down.
qué hay dinero en la letrina? Por cierto, si os habéis dado cuenta que aquí, detrás mía, para otro lado,
Did
hay
you
una gran
know you can
mosca.
keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
Hostia, pedir patapollos fritos. ¿Cuánto valen?
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
2 doblones.
Can we get some chicken foot fries?
You got 2 pieces of 8?
No.
Then no fries.
Vaya, hombre. Pues nada, voy a coger la llave de la letrina.
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
That's where the outhouse key was.
¿Puedo hacer algo aquí?
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run.
Ay, 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 ay.
I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
¿Puedo despertarlo?
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate.
Hello.
Hello? Boo!
Ha!
Nah,
He's
no se
dead to the
despierta.
world.
Vale. Esta es la letrina. Aquí puedo atar a Chucky. Aquí hay un
Exhibit
letrero.
removed. Aw.
Posición retirada. El barril. Vale, una rata viviendo la vida.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead. I'm hungry.
Vale. Ahora ya debería de poder
It's
entrar,
locked.
¿no?
Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Vale, la puedo usar aquí.
It unlocks the outhouse.
Good, you unlocked it.
¿Eh? Aquí. Vale, tengo que buscar la moneda. Primero en el
Chucky,
retrete.
why don't you look in the toilet?
No way, you do it.
Okay. Ugh,
No aparece.
gross.
Y aquí dentro.
Gross. Gross.
Y en la porquería.
I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that. Ugh, what is this stuff? It smells the same as the
¿Es una
toilet.
moneda?
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
Dinero falso. Pues
I
nada.
thought it was a piece of 8 at first.
Se
Looks
parece
just like a
mucho.
piece of 8.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
El dinero falso vale tanto como vale casi tanto como el verdadero.
It looks like a piece of 8 if you don't see very well.
Vale, ¿Podremos engañar al dependiente con eso? Y eso de allí atrás es una playa y hay gente jugando. Wow. Nosotros aquí buscando escorbutifarras. A ver. Vamos a dejar esto en su sitio.
Hey, look! I'm returning the key.
You want a medal?
Logro desbloqueado, patapalo. Hemos sacado un logro. Por devolver la llave.
I want to save 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Que se echa aquí. Hoy en pausa, ¿por qué? Ah, porque le he dado sin querer al espacio.
Now what?
Can we
Agarra
get a
de
mug
grog.
of grog, please?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
Lo hemos intentado. Pues nada, venga, vamos a pedir la...
Now what?
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8.
Toma. Dar chanfla, digo, doblón al
What can
vendedor.
we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
¿Hala?
Take 'em, boy.
Míralo, qué
What are
delicioso
you
se ve.
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
Qué normal que te dé el escorbuto después de tomar la butifarra.
So good. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
Trastear y explorar. Buscar a nuestros verdaderos padres. Interesante. ¿Puedo volver a la letrina? Sí.
Hey, Chucky. Stand over here.
Chucky, ven aquí un segundo.
No way.
Vaya, hombre.
Hey, Chucky. Stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Qué güey.
Hey, Chucky. Get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Por aquí. ¿Puedo salir? Sí. Viene
That's my
alguien.
friend D. Hey, D.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner.
A ver qué pone ahí.
There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
¡Hostia! Mirar el ancla, ganar a Chucky en una carrera, dar de comer a la pata, echar salsa a mi escorbutifarra, ensayar lucha con espada, buscar un tiro de 4 hojas, pedir un deseo en el pozo de los deseos. Pues nada, vamos a ir haciendo cositas.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that
Se
way.
duerme.
Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped
Voy a dejar
design that was
que
popular
hable.
last century. But the older design went out of fashion after
tengo
sailors
prisa.
started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly, and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it
Aprendiendo un
twist on the
montón.
way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron. and you
Ahora
have
Chucky
to
está súper
retest them
atento,
like
¿eh?
twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to
De
the
madera
old way.
unida a otro
The word
ancla.
anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
Ana, ¿está enterado, no, Guybrush? Si te has perdido algo, pulsa coma para ver las frases anteriores. Vale, la flecha abajo, ¿eh? Vale, puedes ver las frases. Vale, eso está guay.
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
Vale, ancla lista, ¿no? Sí. Vamos a seguir. Cuéntale a Chucky una carrera, venga.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ah, vale, le tengo que dar.
Wins!
Yujú.
Yeah!
Shoot!
Venga, otra.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah.
Win!
Ay, Chucky se ha chocado con el árbol. Vale, otra cosita menos. Dar de comer a la pata, echar salsa a mi escorbutifarra, enseñar la lucha con espada, buscar un tiro de 4 hojas. Hay muchas cositas.
I bet I've known Chucky longer than you have.
No chance. We go way back.
¿Algo que hacer por aquí más? Parece que no. Coger pan.
Hey, hands off.
Excuse me,
Yes?
could we have some of your bread to feed the
Vamos a
duck?
ver si nos
I
dan
don't
pan.
think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Pero si está en el suelo tirado.
Excuse me,
Yes?
will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
That's our bread! Stop it! Stop it!
Tenemos que buscar la manera o de encontrar otro pan. Leer el cartel.
Don't feed the duck. I want to feed the duck. I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself. What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be
Ketchup.
really good with
Ah,
scurvy
pues
dogs.
nada. Vamos a ponerle salsa a las escorbutifarra.
You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
Pues lo recojo.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
Y ahora que está recogido. A ver,
It
oler.
smells bad.
Nada. ¿Qué más podemos hacer? A ver, ¿qué hay aquí? Ah, aquí es la lucha con espada.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat
Con las
me.
escorbutifarras.
Way! You'll never catch up to my level.
Es que hay que chupear mi nivel.
I win.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
Una cosita menos.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
Gotta run.
How rude.
I wonder where this path goes.
Le hemos distraído y ya tengo pan para echarle a la pata. Vamos a echarle pan a la pata.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy.
I stole it from that couple. It looks full.
Ahora. Pues nos quedan los tréboles y pedir un deseo. Leer el
Do
cartel.
not pick the four-leaf clovers.
¿Cómo que no? Aquí hay un trébol de 4 hojas.
Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Está ahí, lo estoy viendo. Aquí.
I found one!
¡Tachán!
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
Lo había cogido ella.
Do you like to hunt for four-leaf clovers?
Yeah, I leave them where they are and take the extra leaves off. I want things to be even.
Ella hace que tengan 3. ¿Y esta será la fuente?
I
Un
should find a
pozo,
coin to
pozo de
throw
los
in.
deseos. Una moneda. Aquí. Pues nada, vamos a echar la moneda. ¡Titín! Deseo que Chucky tenga bigote, deseo que Dee desaparezca, deseo una planta chula, deseo otras con butifarra, deseo que hablemos al revés. Que hablemos
I
al
wish
revés.
we could speak backwards. Or what if...
Yes, you know.
Yes. Well, yeah, was it? Yes, you go.
That was fun.
Oh man, it wore off.
Too bad. You made more sense than usual.
Hala.
I wonder where this path goes.
Vamos a abrir la verja. Ya hemos hecho todo lo de la lista, ¿no? Nos queda buscar a nuestros verdaderos padres. Pues sí, no era el pequeño Guybrush. Soy el hijo de
Hello, Mr.
Guybrush.
Threepwood.
Hey, kids.
Señor
Having
Threepwood.
fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh boy, that takes me back.
Guybrush, ¿por qué
I
les has
like it when
contado esas
Chucky asked me to
historias?
put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go.
Pasear
walk my
la
tarantula.
Maybe
tarántula.
I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Así empieza el Monkey Island 1. Guay. La isla de Melee. Ahora sí empieza el juego. Lo de antes ha sido una introducción. Ay, que se va. Los créditos al principio para que sepamos quiénes han hecho este juego tan bonito. Mira, programación principal David Fox, importante. Historia de cómo volvimos a Monkey Island, parte 1, un lugar acogedor.
Feels good good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashbuckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no. I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
Raptó a mi mujer, es un malvado pirata fantasma, hemos sido enemigos durante toda mi carrera, siempre me roba las mejores ideas. Y podemos montar nuestra propia travesía y ya está.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less
Solo ella
rescue
sola.
herself?
That's not the point. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage.
Que no, que montamos la nuestra sola.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture.
Que financiar la
Only short on
aventura.
funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum
Jefes
Bar.
piratas del
Exactly.
Scumbar.
That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Es un... Son un poco parecidos los dos.
Shouldn't you be on
charlando.
your way to the Scum Bar to talk to the pirate leaders?
I was just about to head down there. I could stare at this forever, but that woun't be much fun for you.
Ha hablado con nosotros. ¿Al interior de la isla o a los muelles?
My business right now is down those
A los
stairs
muelles.
with 3 pirate leaders and the fat.
Tu, 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 tu. Hola, Carpe Diem. ¿Qué tal estás? ¿Qué de tiempo? Estamos aquí jugando al Monkey Island Return of the Monkey Island, el último juego de la saga. Lee el
Feel like
cartel.
Governor Carla. She's keen on bluntness.
Gobernadora Carla. Vale. Este es el barco del Chuck. ¿Qué tal, Carpe Diem? ¿Cómo va todo? ¿Todo bien? Hace mucho que no hago directo, así que estoy un poco perdido, pero estamos recuperando el tiempo.
I better get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard.
Vale, el Chuck está cargando su barco y tenemos que adelantarnos para encontrar nosotros el secreto de la isla del mono. Ah, puedo ir hacia allí. Vale.
I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to.
Ti, 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 ti. El Scum Bar.
Some things never change. The Scum Bar will be here as long as there are pirates. They
A
have
ver
pirate
qué me
lobbies.
encuentro aquí dentro. Vale.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
The back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new
In
expedition.
the back.
In the back.
Buena
Looks
decoración.
like a circus act. Maybe.
Aquí están los tres.
I really need to talk with the pirate leaders first.
Y bien, sí, ¿cuánto tiempo? ¿Qué tal? Pues mira, He decidido que tengo que intentar recuperar el tiempo perdido de Twitch, ya que estamos jugando un ratillo hoy al Monkey Island. La idea es los jueves vamos a estar jugando al Monkey Island, al último. Que no me lo he pasado aún y salió el año pasado, digo pues para adelante. Y bueno, en principio de vida todo como siempre. Sigo teniendo trabajo hasta arriba, pero he decidido que hay que vivir y y que hay que hacer las cosas que hay que hacer cuando toque. Y ya está. Así que aquí estamos jugando un rato. Dice, los jefes piratas no deberían estar aquí. Creo que son los nuevos jefes piratas, Guybrush. Creo que han cambiado un poco.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
No sabía que habían cambiado la dirección.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where
¿Dónde
are the three
están?
older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
De repente las minorías se han adueñado de la dirección de los piratas. Bueno, minoría o no minoría. No sé cómo decirlo, pero me habéis entendido. Otros sectores no, hombres cis blancos, heterosexuales.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition. Who is it that you think you are exactly?
Pues soy Gabriel Threepwood, la gran impresión que estabais esperando. Un pirata humilde, indigno de estar en vuestra majestuosa
Just
presencia,
a
voy a
humble
decir
pirate,
ese.
unworthy to be in your august presence.
And yet, here you are.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison. Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
Uf, ¿qué le decimos que es? Es un botín de un valor monetario incalculable, es un botín de un valor cultural astronómico, es un eterno misterio que hay que desentrañar, es mi pasión, quiero encontrarlo como sea. Son piratas, vamos a tener un valor monetario incalculable.
It's a prize of incalculable monetary value.
I don't know about incalculable. Quick, who can count to 0 the fastest?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. I could
Voy
make
a
it worth your while to help
compensaros.
me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Yo diría la uno, son por rata, exacto, ¿eh? Financiación se puede hacer, todo se puede hacer, con dinero todo se puede hacer.
Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
Y
Could
un
you at least
barco.
point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
Venga.
If you
Pues
don't
se
take
nos
this
va a quedar
opportunity,
LeChuck.
LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Oh shit.
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
Pequeño detalle. Está escribiendo.
I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own.
A
I
ver
can't
cómo,
buy a ship.
Guybrush.
I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes.
Ahora, nos
I
vamos.
like the old pirate leaders better.
Vale, ¿qué cositas tenemos? A ver, ¿qué cosas tenemos? Es verdad. Una pluma puntera.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
Tenemos
I've got a
un
few
monedero
coins for incidentals.
con algunas moneditas. Y la lista de tareas. Tenemos que encontrar un barco. Y encontrar el secreto de Monkey Island. A ver, vamos a mirar qué están haciendo aquí. Ofertas de trabajo.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer.
Igualdad de
Fire here.
oportunidades.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even
Era casi
humans
todos
are
los
mostly
humanos. Solo hay uno que no le cae bien.
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
Segundo oficial, contramaestre, cirujano del barco, armero. El grumetillo no está tan mal. Segundo oficial
Do you
perfectamente.
honestly have any idea what a second mate does?
Goes to store openings and funerals and waits for the first mate to be incapacitated?
I thought so.
Vaya. ¿Y un contramaestre?
Great bosun.
Exactly what qualifications have you got for that?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
Lo hace un
Okay,
contramaestre.
maybe
Don't waste my time, okay?
How about ship
Cirujano.
I assume you have some kind of medical degree.
surgeon? Is that a definite requirement?
Requisito indispensable.
I could be the gunner.
Armero.
Oh, I'd be great at that. Boom, boom.
You look a little scrawny. What do you bench?
Bench? No problem. I sat on one for 12 hours once. I can take it.
I have a lot to do today.
Pues nada, no quiero
Okay.
ser grumetillo aún.
Never mind.
Creo.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises.
Visión.
Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. Looks like this is going to be a long journey. How clever.
Le Ship. Como es Le Shack. Creo que se llama Le Ship.
Yes?
Do you have any
Otras
other
vacantes?
job openings?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner.
Maybe Swabby's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop.
No tengo
Got a
una
mop.
fregona.
Job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Smith. John
John
Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're on it. In
¿Cómo que?
fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry. Can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush 3.
Vaya hombre, se han dado cuenta.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Y
Also,
necesitábamos la fregona. Vale. Unirme a la tripulación del LeChuck. Resolver el problema. La primera oficina me reconoce, no me da trabajo. Conseguir una fregona. Y después apoderarme del barco del LeChuck. Esos son los pasos que tenemos que dar. Vamos a buscar una fregona.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed
Mira,
to
la
relieve
hechicera
the
vudú.
pressure upon him in a different way.
Creo que pueden hacer algo con mi aspecto. A ver, hay algo aquí. Oh, ahí está el de la publicidad de Loom.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
Pues nada, cogemos el libro. Al fondo del escón está la cocina. No sé muy bien para qué sirve esto, pero es un libro con cosas. Pero da la
Hi,
copa.
Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical
De la figura histórica.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
No quiere venir con nosotros,
The
Kobe.
secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Tell me
Cuéntame algo
about
sobre el
Loom.
Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Ah, ¿y
Then
por qué
why
no te
don't you
quitas la
take
chapa?
off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body is fused with it. I'm more button than man at
Sin
this
más
point.
chapa que hombre.
Oh,
Ah,
come on.
cuéntame
Tell
sobre
me about
Loom.
Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Dilo.
Say it.
No.
Say
it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure.
La
with an
publicidad dentro de un
interface of
juego.
Magic, stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today. Yes. Now get
Bien.
lost.
Lo he desbloqueado por los fans.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Vale. ¿Podré entrar en la cocina?
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe, how have you been?
Same old, same old.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your town.
Oh,
when you
Elaine
stopped
pagó nuestra
coming in.
cuenta. Aquí hay una fregona. Está viendo una pieza, sigue en la administración ahora combatiendo el escorbuto. Metí la pata en nuestro aniversario. Estamos más separados de lo que me gustaría.
We're apart more often than I'd like.
But you're still...
Oh yeah, we're still. We've just each got a lot on our plate. It's a two-plate
Una relación
relationship.
con mucho lío.
Well, tell her I say hello.
El ambiente de este bar ya no es lo que
is
era.
different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey,
Hey.
those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
Claro.
Did
He
I
dicho que voy a
mention I'm
buscar
going
el
to find the
secreto de
secret of
Monkey
Monkey
Island.
Island?
No, I don't think you did. Well, that's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm going to steal LeChuck's.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook.
Una herramienta de dos
Not as
cocineros, ¿cómo?
clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own.
Y fabricarte
A
la tuya.
single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart
Damos
is
madera.
the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree.
Por favor. Qué historia.
Any questions?
¿Seguro que no
Sure, I
va a
can't just
comprar una
buy a mop?
pegona?
Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
What about
¿Y
the
la
head of the
cabeza?
mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything
El palo
will
es lo
do.
importante.
It's mostly about the handle.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What kind of wood did you say the tree was?
I didn't.
How do I find the mop
El
handle?
árbol.
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
Remind me how to find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because
No cuela.
this is your own personal journey.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
Gusanos.
Active little guys, aren't they? Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
A mirar la fregona.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
Stay away from my mop.
Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
Productos locales. El fogón.
Pleasantly scorching hot. The food is more exciting when you can
Yeah.
smell the risk.
Tarjeta. Ah, la tarjeta del trivial. Entonces ahora aquí sale una de estas. ¿Cuántas preguntas tiene el formulario de aduana de Bermuda? No tengo ni idea, la verdad. Han arreglado los tablones. Estos estaban sueltos.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
Pues nada, me quedó el cordel. ¿Puedo cogerlo? Cogemos.
Looks like a mugshot. Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
Venga, cogen al señor.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
Pues mira,
I
cómprate las tres
completed the
pruebas.
3 trials.
Trials?
It's how they used to make their bones in the old days.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh.
Nada, que no va a colar.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
Good for you. Vamos a verla. Vamos a ir por la ciudad. Oh,
Elaine?
Elaine.
Guybrush! Wait, are you going to tell a
Una
mushy
parte
part now?
pastelosa.
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
Veo que no hemos conocido a Capitana
Sounds like
Madison.
we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
You
No te
won't
vas a creer cómo voy a ir
believe how
al
I'm getting to
Monkey
Monkey
Island.
Island.
I've known you a long time. Try me.
I'm planning to sign on to LeChuck's crew, mutiny them, and take the ship.
Oh dear.
¿La vía más fácil?
Oh, trust me. That is
Esa es la
the
vía
way.
fácil.
I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
You've probably got to get going.
You say goodbye first.
No, you say bye 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 first.
No, you say bye
Y así
first.
toda la tarde.
Okay.
Ah, no.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh. En verdad la quiere mucho. Criticar la
The
estatua.
problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee.
Correcto. Grafiti
It doesn't look
incompleto.
finished. It's
What?
hopeless.
No puedo desenredar el corte. Agárrate la propaganda de ley.
It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers.
¿Puedo escribir algo?
Some lines are better left
Hay
uncrossed.
límites que mejor no sobrepasar.
They're having a half off sale.
Artículos a mitad de precio.
Looks
Mapas
like
y
Wally's
mapas
got a
de
new
Wally.
place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle.
Seguro que dice algo. Leer el cartel.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store.
Y aquí está. Auténtico du, próximo cese de negocio. Joder, están chapando todos los negocios. ¿Qué hora
Oh,
es?
yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now. This place has kind of gone downhill. Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor. What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that?
Vamos a ver a Wally.
Hey, Wally?
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Sí.
Nice to see you again, too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned,
Oopsie.
blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
Tiempos
You're lucky
aquellos.
I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
You wouldn't happen to have a map
Así de
of the secret
casualidad,
Monkey Island.
un mapa del
Funny
Monkey
you
Island.
should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
Vaya.
I'm
¿Y el
looking for a
árbol?
tree to
¿Sabes
make a
algo de un
stupid
árbol?
mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys?
El
It's been a
cocinero.
while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it
Vale.
out from there. I'm that good.
You have a lot of maps in here.
Tengo
We've
de
got
mapas.
so many, you need a map to find them all.
Hace falta un mapa para los mapas.
A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation
Magia negra
Me,
lo prefiere la
I'm on the
juventud al vudú.
bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
Espero
The town
parecerse a
seems to
pique.
be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps.
Así que por ti no hay
What am
problema.
I supposed to do?
Do what's
Pues se
right.
gasta dinero en
I
mapas.
am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it,
Never mind.
Nah.
This map shows both sides of the globe.
it's twice the value.
Whew, looks chilly up there. It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away. What's this a map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable. It's a map on a
Un
fan.
mapa en
What do
abanico.
they think of next? This must be
La
Trouser
isla
Island.
calzoncillo.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. I had a map like this once, but I sailed
El
left.
mapa enorme.
It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't
Mapas
know you could do
envueltos
that.
en mapas.
That looks like a
Mapas con
treacherous
pinchos.
voyage. It says, rating, cursed black diamond. The first rule of piracy is never buy a used treasure map.
Nunca compres un mapa de segunda mano. ¿Por qué será?
Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Tendría que
Oh,
dejarte
that one?
hasta las
Too
7 de la
much.
tarde, en verdad. Entiendo. Sigue cuando he dicho lo de no tú, no tú.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. I
Para
appreciate that
antigua.
Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel
Anda,
very
un
strongly
monóculo.
about that for some reason. They're like glasses, only way less convenient.
Pirla.
Look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
Vale.
Ooh,
Chisme
those
de
look fancy.
The
cartógrafo.
finest tools to make the finest maps.
I didn't know you made globes too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Bueno, pues entonces aquí hemos sacado el
It
monóculo.
makes things look bigger.
O sea, se vean más grandes.
Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
Vamos a seguir. Entonces tenemos que encontrar un trozo de madera del árbol que necesitamos para hacer una fregona.
Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
No, pero todo se vende. Todo está rebajado.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
Estaba esperando.
You mean,
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated
Llego
to
tarde al
arrive.
destino.
it's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
El barco. Se ha hundido.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to
Vale.
come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, Think of it as a book
Vale,
of
esto está guay, por si nos
hints.
quedamos atascados, tenemos un libro
A
de
book
pistas.
of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Está bien tener algo así,
Thanks.
en una aventura
No
gráfica.
charge.
Y encima nos lo da gratis.
Your sign says you're going out of
A ver,
business.
¿vas a
Or
cerrar?
is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this
Que la capitana
location.
Madison quiere
That
esto.
it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Oh, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
¿Cómo funciona
How does
magia
dark
negra?
magic work?
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
Is dark magic
¿Y es
powerful?
potente?
Powerful, yes, it can be,
Y peligrosa.
but dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
Esa te encanta.
Can dark magic
¿Puede
get
llegar
me to
a
Monkey
Monkey Island
Island?
con magia negra?
Nuts. Where can I get my hands on some dark magic?
Dark magic is not your path, Guybrush Threepwood.
¿Cómo
Can
está
you use
Elaine?
your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
¿Coge el
Are
que
you
trama
able
de
to
Chuck?
see what LeChuck is up to?
Your goals and the goals of LeChuck are aligned, as always. But his intentions are darker. He would use the secret to do terrible things.
Dark-er? What's that supposed to mean?
LeChuck must not acquire the secret.
No argument there.
Eso no te lo discuto.
Is this the year when you finally tell me your
¿Me dirás
name?
tu nombre?
It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay.
Corina.
Karina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before.
Ahora que no sé, ya no tiene la
That is
emoción.
true of
Claro.
many things.
Will I succeed?
Triunfaré.
Achievement depends mostly on the definition of success.
¿Y algún otro consejo?
Got any other mystical advice or information for me? Stock tips or something.
No.
¿En qué invertir? Pues nada. El
Let's cook
caldero
it.
The
impresionante.
feast of knowledge.
Next time I'm in a
Hongos.
drum circle, this would come in handy. This is a neat symbol.
Disfraces.
What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
Verlos.
You do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks. An empty basket. I should have gotten here last month. Too bad it's empty. Keep up the good work, buddy.
It's
It's a
cabeza
creepy shrunken head
reducida.
with long, stringy hair.
I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
Not
Frasco
very
largo.
practical. Not for
Frasco
me.
pegajoso. Frasco
Everything's
rolloso.
spilled out of it in a puddle. A crystal.
Cómo brilla.
Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Looks like it's
Frasco
been there
muriendo.
forever. Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the
Cinco
safe
llaves.
is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
I'd need a
Abrir.
lot of keys to open that. The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
Todo se vende.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife.
Mágica.
Very sharp indeed.
Pues para mí.
I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime,
Por supuesto que no.
including vandalism,
No.
jailbreak, and
No.
theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing,
No,
shaving,
no,
or manicuring
no.
yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warrant.
Luego podemos estar así toda la tarde.
Kicking, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Oído.
Uh-huh.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged
Por
or
Dios.
infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault.
Estamos leyendo todos los términos y
Manufacturer
condiciones
has
de
no
uso.
responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this
Que lo
product.
puedo saltar,
By
pero no
verbally
quiero.
assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all
En YouTube
liability,
ponerlo por
past,
dos.
present, and future,
Lo mismo termina ahora y,
throughout
ese
this and all
y eso no sirvió de
possible
nada.
and impossible universes.
¿Ves?
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Uf. Ha costado, ¿eh? ¿Qué es esto?
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog.
Oh.
It's like a card, only much better because it's a
Tarjeta,
frog.
pero mejor porque es una rana.
Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust.
Funciona. Pues nada, me la llevo
I'll take
también.
this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old
Esas
transgressions.
muy antiguas. Uy, eso nos puede interesar. Porque seguramente en los juegos anteriores ya hemos hecho cosas no muy buenas. Vale, pues aquí dejamos la caja esta, creo que es lo único que me dejo.
It says everything must go, but it says it with numbers.
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy.
Vale, vamos a seguir explorando un poco. Mientras tanto, en el barco de la chaca.
LeChuck, sir.
Mira, ese es
Just
LeChuck.
thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny
Se va a
story.
reír. A ver.
Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the
Uy,
crew.
se lo está contando.
Wood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let
Ellos tienen que cargar y no dejarme a mí subir. Y yo tengo que colarme de alguna manera. A ver qué tal. Vale, aquí estaba la iglesia, que se ve que está hecha a pedazos. Esta era la cárcel y esta era la tienda. Aquí hay una anciana. Aquí está... Ah, mira, la cerrajería está nueva. Más grafitis. Y por aquí se salía a la casa de la gobernadora. A la anciana.
Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Ok. Una nota.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Vaya, no
The
puedo
note
entrar en el
says,
bazar.
forced to close. Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
Venga la llave, abre la puerta. Vale. Aquí está el callejón. Oh, una tarjeta del trivial.
It seems to be stuck closed.
Está cerrada. Vale, vamos a la calle mayor.
Aw,
Recuerdos.
This is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
¿Qué tal está? ¿Esto que tiene forma?
I think it's a chandelier.
Un
Looks
candelabro
sort of like an
y
eye.
un ojo.
A visitor! Wait.
Ese es Stan. Y este no me acuerdo quién es.
Otis!
Howdy,
Otis.
And Stan! Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In
Puta
fact,
del
didn't we
gobierno.
first meet right
Es verdad, es el que
No,
estaba en la
Paul.
cárcel.
I
Pero en
was
la
in
otra
the other
celda.
cell that time. You look different somehow.
Estilo
¿Lo
artístico.
Oh, nice
Sí.
to notice.
De pixel a dibujo kawaii. Grandes
Big news.
noticias.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
Veo
I would be
tiempo.
most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make
Hacen
keys
llaves
for
de
things.
cosas. Cosas como
Things
puertas de
like
celdas.
cell doors.
Imagine that.
Imagínate que lo hicieran.
What did they
¿Y
get
por
you
qué
for
están
this time?
encerrados?
I'm a victim of circumstance.
Vaya.
Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
No
I
me has
noticed
dicho
you
por qué están
didn't say what
encerrados.
crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends.
Éramos amigos
Sort of.
más o menos.
Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes
Son
paid for
impuestos,
any
son
public
propiedad
property.
pública.
I don't
Hombre
know
ya.
why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're
Estas flores.
animals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night.
Noche de
Don't think I can take
natillas.
that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
La
I think
cerradura, ¿qué
there's
tal?
some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Ah, pero tengo un monóculo que agranda cosas.
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a swamp.
It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife. Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
Ahora leo aquella. Información
It says
importante.
jail rules. 1. No escape.
Prohibido fugarse. Ya
It
está.
says jail rules. Hey, Stan.
Stan, ¿qué
Hello there,
tal?
son.
Siento verte entre
Well,
rejas.
sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
Esperaba
I
comprarte
was
un barco.
really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally,
Dale,
it'll have to
vendedor
be
de
store
segunda mano.
credit until I get back on my feet.
¿Qué hiciste para que
What
te
did you do
arrestaran?
that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
¿Qué
What
hiciste
exactly did you
supuestamente para la
allegedly do for
gente?
people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way.
¿Qué
And
hiciste,
sometimes
Stan?
people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
¿Eres
Didn't you used
mufete
to
o
have
algo
a
así?
law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one
Eso
of
también
those
existe.
handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Como supercalifragilísticoespialidorso. ¿Te ayudaría si te
Would it
saco de
help
la
if I
cárcel?
broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Are
¿Seguro
you
que no
sure you
quieres?
don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Well, is there anything
¿Algo
else I
más que
can
pueda
do
hacer
for
por
you?
ti?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest,
Cepillo de
I
dientes.
completely forgot to
Vale.
grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure
Ok.
thing. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
Quiero decirle a todo el mundo que
Secret?
vamos a por el
Boy,
secreto de
that
la isla
takes
del
me
mono.
back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
See you later.
Yep.
Vale, hasta luego. Vale, a ver. Vamos a ver
How's your day going?
los números de
I can read
minutos.
the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Exacto, apúntalo. Vale, número de serie.
This is the number for the jail cell lock.
You look like you're having a good time. That's nice.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They
Ah, que hay
finally installed
fugas.
running water.
Han puesto agua corriente.
A spider.
Una araña.
They say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
Vamos a ir a la cerrajería a ver qué nos cuenta.
Welcome to my shop.
Hiya.
Muy
At the
elegante.
end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Vale. Mapa del
I
tesoro.
see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the
Entonces
spot.
no es un
It's
mapa del
southern
tesoro.
Florida. I have family there.
What's that lock?
That's for hats.
¿Cómo? ¿Una cerradura para un sombrero?
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
Vaya.
What's that key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
Cajas con cerradura. Bueno, eso puede ser. Cajas en esa ventanilla.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
El gran desafío es encerrar la caja grande en la caja pequeña.
That's
Esa
an
máquina.
impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
Y el cartel.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
Ujú. Vale, vamos a
I'm
hablar con
Guybrush
ella.
Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask,
Vaya.
yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Locksmith, en español cerrajera. Precioso.
Can
¿Puedes
you
hacer
really
llaves
make
para
keys for
cosas?
stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just
Pues tengo aquí
information.
algo para que me la hagas.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Es verdad.
Aren't locks
Pero
way
no
less
son
secure
menos
if all you
seguras.
need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if
Si
you lose
pierdes
your
las dos
key
cosas
and
a
the
la
serial
vez.
number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
¿Me prestas el
Can
estado
I
de números
borrow
de
your
serie?
lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out
Pero
of the
no me
union
hacen
for
falta.
that. If
Tengo
you
mi
want to play
propio
locksmith,
magnifier.
you'll have to look elsewhere.
Who's the
Yo,
old
¿quién
lady
es la
in the window
viejecita?
across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Voy a decir a todo el mundo que vamos a por el,
The
Monkey,
story in my
por el secreto de
family
Monkey
is
Island.
that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
Parece útilmente útil.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
Si solo las abres y después no las cierras, pues ya me dirás.
I think I'll browse
Échale un
around a bit.
vistazo.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
No te preocupes. ¿Pero me puedes hacer una llave?
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no
No
idea.
tenía ni idea. Vale. ¿Puedo hacer algo? Vale, ya le han puesto nombre a la señora.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey,
Y... Anda,
I already copied the serial number.
vamos a abrir la puerta.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case
He
and
bloqueado,
decided that you should
espera.
go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag,
Ah,
friend.
hasta luego,
but
Otis.
thanks.
Celda
I'll stay on
vacía.
this side of the bars, just in case.
Por si
I already
acaso.
copied the serial number.
Pero no me ha servido para nada ayudar a este señor.
At least the jail is well lit.
Pues nada. Aquí creo que no podemos hacer nada.
Things are not what they seem.
Vamos a ver la casa de la gobernadora. Recuerdo que aquí estaban los perros que había que dormir. En el borde del precipicio. Está abierta.
Carla.
La nueva gobernadora, Carla. ¡Tada!
Guybrush Threepwood.
Sospecha nada, nada de nada, la señora. Vaya.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Es la maestra de la espada del primer
Taste
juego.
my blade, you washed up hack.
Claro, es que
When
tú
was
te
the
diste
last
un
time
baño.
you had a bath?
Ha! That was marginally clever.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
Que la pelea de espadas va también con insultos.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is. But there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
No, yo no. Elaine dice que la capitana Madison ha puesto impedimentos a su iniciativa.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back
Los
burner.
intereses.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I'm
Dibujando el
looking for the
secreto de
secret of
Monkey
Monkey
Island.
Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Ese no
The
apenas ha
mansion
cambiado.
hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor
Cosas de
stuff.
gobernadora. Vale. Acariciar el
I like your
peluche.
stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
¿Dónde lo llevamos?
It's a lot of work being governor.
No, pero es que ya no había nada, ¿no? No podemos hablar con ella de manera normal.
I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Governor stuff.
Does not include Secret of Monkey Island.
Vaya.
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Entonces puedo pedirlo, ¿no?
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Quita más cosas.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
Se me olvidó por
I
completo.
totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Porque de momento no me voy a llevar ningún libro.
Warning,
Hay varios.
do not try these tricks at home. It's thicker than I would have imagined.
Yo puedo usar a lo mejor la daga.
It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
Aquí te dice con qué la puedes usar. La rana para pedir perdón. La rana.
This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
Perdón. Vamos a escribir algo en la rana. Querida
Dear
Carla.
Carla,
Siento haber perdido el
sorry
libro
for
que me
losing the book I
prestaste.
borrowed.
Sé que eres tenaz con la tenacidad. Admiro que seas dura con la blandura. Valoro que seas dedicada a la dedicación. Agradezco que seas fanática de la contundencia. ¿Qué demonios? Sé que eres tenaz con la tenacidad. Y yo les digo a todos lo simpática que eres.
And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I
Voy a
promise to
hacerlo
do
mejor
better
en
in the
adelante.
future.
Ala. Y ahora... Recordad por qué llevo una rana.
It's a forgiveness frog, but I juiced it up with a written apology. This is for you.
A ver ahora.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
Joder. Aquí hay una tarjeta de trivia. A ver. Vamos a volver a intentarlo. Querida Carla. Con Carla, con la que tengo que hacerlo. Siento
Sorry for
haber-
losing the book I borrowed. I admire that you are hard on softness. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me.
A ver ahora.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
Vaya. Nada, que no le gusta.
It's a lot of work being governor.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal.
Cereales.
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station. Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
Tenemos que ir mirando. Y esto
I always
recuerda.
thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Mira cómo se mueve.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. Edgy.
Tiene un retrato de ella y de la espada. Vale, es que hay por detrás de la mansión. Bueno, esto da al interior de la isla. Vale. Esta es la isla. Nosotros estábamos aquí. Hemos cogido por aquí, hemos venido aquí, hemos llegado aquí. Aquí estaba la casa de ella, si no recuerdo mal. El astillero. Aquí estaba el circo, que no sé si seguirá o no. A ver. Tiqui, tiqui, tiqui.
This was where the fantastic Flying Fettuccine Brothers
No, aquí
circus
estaba el
used to be.
circo.
Nothing left but old tent pole holes. Wow, I could have had a totally different future if I'd stayed with them.
No quiero ir al bosque, quiero venir aquí.
Meat Hook's museum is gone. So is the cable to his island. It's just as well, given the worldwide rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage.
El pollo con una polea. Y por aquí.
I remember when this place used to be wall to wall with sword training gyms. Now there's nothing but trees. Progress.
El progreso. Vale. Vale, aquí está el astillero.
Wow, it's worse than I imagined.
No queda nada.
The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
Vaya.
The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? The window's all boarded up.
Claro,
and it's
necesito coger
very dark in
el
there.
cepillo de
Is that an
dientes.
old
¿Están?
toothbrush?
¿Cómo cojo el cepillo?
Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough. I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife.
Pues no tengo nada para... Ahora mismo creo que no tengo nada para quitar las tablas, entonces... Oh, una masa
It's a
extraña.
dried up old sea sponge.
Pues cógela.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
Barcos de segunda mano de Stan. Qué pena. Rememorar
I
tiempos
remember when these
felices.
torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It always looks bigger on this side of the island.
Sí, porque es más grande aquí. Vale, a ver.
It's good for relieving stress.
Una esponja. Cordel
It's hopeless.
que no puedes enredar. Una pluma puntera. Dinero, el monóculo, la daga, que no puedo usar con nada de esto.
It's soft and extra fuzzy.
Peluche, que es blandito. La rana, vale. Vamos al bosque ahora, a ver. Leer el letrero.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Claro, necesitaré un trozo de madera para el tema del... Oh, Museo de la Piratería.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal.
Atrapado en un barco de juguete. Ahora son ilegales. Mira donde estaba el troll que te pedía cosas para salir, que creo que lo he visto antes por aquí pasar. A ver. Si salgo y entro. Ahí no. Quiero ir al bosque. Ah, no, era solo un ciervo. Vamos a ir al museo a ver si podemos rascar algo del museo. Aquí vivía Carla.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Okay.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm going to find the
Voy a
legendary
buscar el
secret of Monkey
secreto de
Island.
Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot
Tienen
isn't
valor.
just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Do you
¿Tienes
have
mapa del
maps of the
bosque?
forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
I see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Es una pata de
Just
palo
part
que
of the
tiene dos
docent's outfit
piernas.
for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. I'll have a look around.
Permitazo.
Please do.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
Con el parche lo mismo no me reconocen.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
Okay.
Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him.
Necesito
I tried it
ese
on, though,
parche.
and nothing happened.
Inspeccionar
There's
la
some
cerradura.
very tiny writing on it.
Vale,
The display case is locked.
vale, no pasa nada.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Ah, vaya. No puede ser tan sencillo.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to
El
keep
tripe del
pouring the
juego.
grog
El
from
tripe
mug to
del
mug
juego.
because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs, and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
Es una nota que dejó hecha cuando el raptó a Elaine.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The
Okay.
lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a
Tengo
role-playing
un
group
grupo
on
de
Thursday
rol jueves
nights.
por la
Telling you the
noche.
truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record.
No
So
cuadra con
it's hard to
documentos
substantiate.
oficiales.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Al loro vigilante.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Chorizo le da de comer al loro. ¿Puedo hablar con
It's a
él?
working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
Está trabajando.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number 1
De
on Fat
triple de
Island
juego.
at the time. I
¡Spoiler!
stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
Pero es que
That's
lo
not
que
what I'm trying
pasó.
to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
Cuente. ¿Y esto?
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me.
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
Oh.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
Murió por eso.
That's a nice ore.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
El becario.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
Vale, algo más por aquí. Creo que hemos preguntado por todo. Está el almacén. Que hay una tarjeta de trivial. Y comida para los.
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
Pues nada, no la llevamos.
Pirate Times. Editor Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius. Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
Vale. Poco a poco. ¿Puedo hacer algo con este pájaro? ¿Darle algo de esto? No. No. No.
That never ends well for the knife.
Vale, por aquí no parece que puedo usar nada. Salimos del museo. Ojo oscuro y profundo, seguro que me pierdo. Mira,
A
planta
classic
carnívora.
specimen of Alata needlius, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth. Ew. Not a chance. I can't stand mushrooms. Gotcha, you pointy little tracheophyte. This is a plant with a bad attitude, and enough pokey parts to back it up.
Tengo ahora la planta carnívora. Flores moradas. Vamos también a cortarlas.
I'll treat myself to a purple flower. I hope I don't get tossed in jail for this.
Esto por aquí.
It looks pretty and smells wonderful. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. Warning, the dark forest ahead is dead.
Que con un mapa. Este ya imagino que no me hará falta, ¿no?
One's my limit.
La tarjeta del trivial.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Vale. Museo bosque. Vale, vamos a volver por aquí. A ver, vamos a ir a ver si podemos coger algún trozo de madera de la fregona del otro señor para que nos haga un mapa. Oh, este señor no estaba antes aquí, pirata aseado.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not.
It had ingredients in it.
Llevaba ingredientes o algo
Not your
parecido.
waiter. I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it.
Right away, sir.
Voy.
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Marlin.
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right
I-
now.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
Vale, o sea, vamos a tener que buscar
I'll see what I can find out.
el libro de recetas.
Stay away from my mom.
Remind me never to eat here again.
Peluche, la rana, flor morada.
Pirate Times. Editor Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
Da la gaviota. A lo mejor. No.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk.
Por aquí.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. How much for the safe?
It is not for sale at any price.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. The scrollwork is nice, but there are no numbers here.
Vaya, aquí no hay números. Podré preparar en el caldero
The feast of knowledge.
las galletas.
What's cooking?
No.
The feast of knowledge.
Do you know more about this John Laney guy
A
with
ver,
the eye
parche
patch?
del ojo.
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more than an eye patch. That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If
Yo lo
an
sé.
enterprising person such as yourself were to
Vale,
liberate
o sea, tengo
it
que
and bring it
recuperarlo y
here,
traérselo a
I
esta
could
señora.
most likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks. Got any other mystical advice or information for me?
No.
No.
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
All keys are gold. It's the way of keys.
Son doradas.
No one ever works together.
all want their own prize.
Tampoco encontrado nada para quitar. No. Pues tengo pendiente quitarle para coger el cepillo de dientes de Stan. Vamos a ver aquí la mansión. Oh, una tarjeta. Y hay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hay 6 libros como amarillitos y uno de color morado. Ingredientes. Llevaba ingredientes.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Can I borrow a book?
El que necesito.
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Vale. Lo que no sé es si tenemos que tener más info para escribir la carta de disculpa.
Dear Carla. Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And everybody says how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
A ver qué tal ahora.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you
Vale,
even know
esto ha cambiado.
something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
¡Ah! Casi. Maldita sea.
Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough.
A ver.
Dear Carla. Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Aquí le dije el de la dedicada a la dedicación,
I
creo.
value that you are dedicated to dedication. And everybody says how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
Yo, lo de ser mejor. A ver
This
ahora.
is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing
que
you
lo que he
got
puesto
right in
antes.
here is my name. I reject
Hemos
your
ido para
frog.
atrás. Mierda. A ver.
Dear Carla.
Carla.
Sorry for
Libro.
losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And everybody says how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future. This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Casi. A ver.
Dear Carla.
Carla.
Sorry for
el
losing the book I
libro,
borrowed. I
fanática
appreciate
de la
that you're keen on
conferencia.
bluntness. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
Voy a enviar
I
solo a
promise to
saber
do
qué
better in the
pasa.
future. This is for you.
Dear Carla, This is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
¿Pero es porque tengo que hacerlo peleando?
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing.
No, no era haciendo la
You
pelea.
can do better. I reject your frog.
Rana,
Dear Carla,
Carla.
sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
A ver.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
¿Por qué cambiado los tres de la parte de...?
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me.
Me gusta el de me das
This
miedo.
is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I
Y
reject
sin
your frog.
gustarle. Si escribo otra cosa, por ejemplo, si es con Wally,
Dear Wally,
son los mismos de esto.
sorry for forgetting your birthday. With fear and respect, Guybrush. Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. Even though it wasn't really my fault.
Es el único que no he probado.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, not really your fault? This isn't an apology. It's an excuse. I reject your frog.
Ah. Casi. Al menos el diálogo ha cambiado.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on... And everybody says how nice. Please accept my I promise to... It's a lot of work being governor. This is for you.
Hay algo que me falta para poder terminarlo.
Dear Carla, this is a nice one. I reject you.
come for a recipe, a dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
I do host plenty of functions, but I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know one. I reject your...
To whom it may concern. Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. With fear and respect, Guybrush.
Esto obviamente no le va a gustar.
This is for you.
This frog isn't even addressed to me. I reject.
Dear Carla. Sorry for forgetting your birthday. I appreciate. And everybody says, please accept my You scared? This is for you.
Dear Carla, what's this about forgetting my birthday? I'm pretty sure I never told you my birthday. Not the real one, anyway. I reject.
Dear Carla. Sorry for blowing you up that one time. I appreciate that you're keen. And everybody's please accept. You scared? This is for you.
Dear, what's this about blow? Anyway, I don't know why you're. I reject.
Está claro que lo del libro es así.
Dear Carla, sorry for.
Pero es que si le doy aquí otra cosa, creo que no funciona. Bueno, que sea dedicada a la dedicación.
I value them. And everybody please accept. You scare them.
Que yo creo que está también bien.
This is for you.
Dear Carl, this isn't. But the I reject you.
Esto también está bien, el segundo.
To whom it may concern. Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. With fear and respect, Guybrush. Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me. This is for you.
Si no, lo vamos a dejar ya. Son ya más de las 10. Llevamos 2 horitas jugando. Más de 2 horitas.
This is a nice sentiment. One thing I reject.
Puedes hacerlo mejor. Pues no sé qué será. Porque no tengo nada. Esto se lo quité yo a ella. Bueno, pues no sé. Vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Vamos a entrar al menú aquí. Aquí. Guardar. Aquí. Tacata.